How's it going, beautiful people of Instagram? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, coming to you from the art studio. Let's do this. So, just a quick reminder, I'm going to be doing a painting here. This is an 11 by 14 inches, one of those little thin profile canvases. They're perfect for painting outside, plein air painting and whatnot. Just a little quick reminder, guys. I'm gonna be announcing the winner today at 6 p.m. Mountain Time in a video, in one of these live videos. The winner of the painting. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna make some palm trees here. Bam, bam, bam. And I just wanted to thank all of you who were part of the cool stuff here, the art giveaway. I'm always thankful the interactions that I get here on Instagram. People are really chill here. I like it. Sometimes on other platforms it's a little bit more aggressive. Here people seem to be a lot more chill. I don't know. I hope everybody's okay. Speaking of chill. Did everybody survive that? Anyone survive that fall? All right, here we go. Total Instagram fail. This is what happens when I just do the videos on the fly. It's my style, though. Check it out, guys. I apologize if anyone felt a bit of a headache there on the twist. So this is how I do some of the palm trees. Okay, I'm using a bit of black and blue. Black and blue, okay? Those of you who want another colors. A little bit of black and blue. The blue, I like it because if I lay color on top of this, any other tone or any other color, what's going to happen is that it's going to turn gray, right? And with the blue, it gives me a chance to kind of dance with it a little bit more. Besides, other than just turning gray, like a grayish color. If I just put black. So I like to give it a little other dimension. See, I'm using blue. This is blue. This is it's dark blue, right? But it's a blue, and that gives it a bit, another little dimension happening there. So there's some palm trees. I'm going to use the same black to create a little line right there. That's going to be our horizon line, okay, with the sun and the water and whatnot. And there's going to be water right here. This is water. And right here, I'm going to do a little play on the clouds. I don't know, it's not written in stone, okay, but something like that. And guys, if you guys have any questions, please ask away. Let me know. I'm going to be reading back and forth. Between painting and reading the comments. Those of you who suffer the headache right now of the phone falling, just be cool with it. It's all right. It's part of it. Let's move on. So here we go. I'm taking one of these brushes. Muchas gracias. I'm taking one of these brushes. This is a number 10. It's one of those very, very expensive brushes. I think it cost me about... it's a number 10. I don't think you can read it. It's a very expensive brush. It cost me about $3, I think. So, those of you... I already went through my years of buying expensive brushes. I got that out of my system already. So here we go. All right. Thank you so much. I have to spell it out. I have to spell it out. Not for you guys, for me, because I'm very forgetful. I am extremely forgetful. So, I'm like, I got to spell that out. See, something really cool happens when you start just being in flow. What I've realized that starts happening is that it's what the Zen practitioners call right action. You start doing things right, and this doesn't mean perfect. Right doesn't mean perfect. Right means right. It doesn't mean perfect. Okay, doesn't mean perfect to the mind. The mind is always going to find a reason for it not to be perfect. But right action is that you're okay with it. You're fine. And I love that. It's a bit of, I guess if there would be something about, Zen painting, maybe there is out there, that's what I would strive for, Try to paint in a state where everything is fine. Whether you're going slow or you're going fast, but it's always this type of right action. Something like that. Well, that's awesome. It is very tropical. So, I'm going to do a bit of that color on the bottom, right here. But not so much, because I'm not having a direct reflection, right? Now, this is a bit more... I know that I talk about don't think about it, but some stuff, some little theory, why not? Right? So it looks like it's the same color, right? Because it is. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start using some greens now. Okay? And this is going to give it the illusion. It's either, when you use a little bit of green, it gives it the illusion of either very early in the morning or dusk, right? That, you start getting that because of the blue and the yellow, you start getting that green, right? I don't know if you guys experience that wherever you are. If you are up at about 4:35 in the morning, you start seeing that green line, sort of a green, sort of a misty color in the sky, and you see it in the water too, very early or late. Not always, but many times. So that's the illusion I'm trying to portray here. How's it going? How's it going? I hope everything is all right over there in Florida for you right now. I know there's been quite a challenge for you guys over there. All right. And then, of course, the higher up you go, that's why you see those paintings with purple, right? Very dark blues and purples. The higher up you go, it means that the more forward it is. So essentially, you're looking at something like this. You're looking at it like that. Now I'm saying about very basic stuff. I know a lot of you guys know this stuff, but maybe some of you don't. So there. So essentially, you're looking at it like that. You know what I mean? Your horizon, right? Essentially, you're looking. Let's look at it from you're looking at the world like that, right? For those of you who still believe the world is round. Just joking, because I know I know there's some belief out there that, I don't know, some people believe the world is not round. So up here, right, it's dark, right? And then right here, you got your mid-tones, right? And then right here is the lightest. Always the lightest at the bottom, right? The floor and this. Water behaves different though. Especially water in large areas behaves very different. And the ocean, it behaves very different. It doesn't, I hope you guys saw that. Did you guys see this? Let me see. There you go. I'm glad. Thank you so much. So that's pretty much the representation of the when you're looking at the horizon, right? Let's say that you're standing right here. This is you, and you're looking that way, right? Let's try a little arm right there. Yeah, there you go. And you're looking that way. The sky is the darkest, right? At top. This is mid, and this is the lightest. The floor is always the lightest. It will always be the lightest. Because all the light, right, is shooting down. So with that in mind, is how we're going to look at this. Right? Just a little theory right there for those of you who enjoy that. A little. Now, like I said, the water light behaves different in bodies of water. Many times, the larger the body of water, like the ocean or something, it gets very dark at the end. Okay? Very dark. At the horizon. The smaller the body of water, it gets lighter. At the end, kind of like a landscape. So a pond usually gets very light at the end. Some people left me. They're like, I don't want to hear your theory nonsense. I'll see you paint. Check it out. This is how it's down in this studio. It's like, what am I doing? I don't know. What are you doing? Who knows? Who's painting? I don't know. I don't know who's painting. Someone's painting. If I stopped and tried to paint, I stopped painting. Isn't that weird? That's very Yoda, very Star Wars. If I start and try to figure out what I'm doing, that's when I stop painting. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And they're just my experiences. They're not the stuff that I talk about, guys. Of course, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. This is just how I see things. Thank you. This is just how I see things. This is not none of this is written in stone. Whatever works for you, works for you. Keep doing what's working for you. I'm just kind of sharing, in hopes that maybe someone's like, oh man, I was having a hard time with that, and this guy said something that made sense. Let me try that. Now remember I said that as it comes to the bottom, it gets lighter. It always gets lighter in the bottom, unless you have your sun over here, right? And then, well, of course, the sun itself is the lightest. But here I don't have a sun. I'm not going to make it so cliche where I'm going to put a round sun there. Here we're going to be like, where's the sun? Where's the sun at? I don't know. Where is it? And we're forced to. I like to do kind of those ambiguous scenes in my paintings where you're forced to the eye is kind of finishing the job. I've heard that in some of the classic painters, and I mean classic in the sense of old, right? Not necessarily classic in realism. They used to make it a bit ambiguous, like you can't really, you don't know where things are at, and that's okay. You paint something partially, so that the eye also participates. You don't give all the information. I love that. I love not to give all the information. It's one of the reasons why I like to paint so loose and freely, because it allows me to give partial information, and then it makes it, for me anyways, it makes it more interesting to look at a painting that a lot of the realists did that. I love seeing the realists of the French realists especially. They did that a lot. They give you partial information, like Delmire. I think he's still considered a realist. Yeah, definitely. Henri Delmire, he used to give partial information in his paintings. A lot of partial information. Not everything you saw there was, the information was completely there. You know, Goya did that a lot too, but although Goya was a romantic, he did that a lot as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. See, so you have some palm trees there kind of just hanging around, you know. And then be a little, you know, play a little bit, be a little bold. Use things that nobody, not that nobody, but that people would be like, why are you putting magenta on the trees? I don't know. Why not? Why not? You start finding out what works for you. You know, the more you do it, you start finding out little things, little subtle things, and then as you get more comfortable, they become more overt. They become more obvious, more bold. Totally. Exactly. There's no room for imagination many times, because a lot of people are working, and that's fine, you know. But that's just not me. A lot of people are working with like teeny tiny little brushes like this, you know. With this, and that's fine. Whatever, you know. Everybody does their own thing. But not only do I paint forever if I use a brush like this, but if I use a brush like this, I get to put more information in a quicker way and more bold. That's kind of how I like to look at it. It allows me to concentrate on the painting as a whole in a quicker way, as opposed to, you know. And sometimes I've used these brushes. I threw some away. I'll show you some of the brushes that I use. Sometimes I'll use these brushes too as well. These are like $1 each. Hyperrealism, yeah, totally. And I mean, I like to finish paintings with these types of brushes because it's 2 inches. It's a 2-inch wide brush, because it really allows you to see things a little bit different. I do it more for practice, you know, and I don't mean that I'm using the painting as practice of myself, right? I'm practicing with myself to experience different things. If I'm already going to paint, if I'm painting already, might as well start trying something else. You know, it's kind of like if you're already going to eat. If you're a foodie and you already know that you need to eat, because everybody needs to eat, might as well try something else while you're at it, you know. I'm a foodie, that's why I don't know what I'm thinking about food right now. I think I'm hungry. I want some Indian food. Totally. So as I'm doing this, I'm not really thinking much about it, you know, not really at all. I'm just kind of using practice, of course, but just, you know, just it's more that really I'm trying to paint the feeling of it. It's really what it is. You know, we say it in so many different ways, but who talked about it already? The philosopher, what's his name? Aristotle. He said that the purpose of painting was to paint to express the. Oh man, I'm butchering that quote completely. Anyways, he said that it was the inner thing is what you're trying to paint, not the obvious, not the outer stuff. You're trying to paint the inner stuff, you know. So it's very deep, man. Aristotle said that a long, long time ago. Can you believe that? I'm always in awe when I hear such old knowledge, and we still kind of fight it today. Not kind of, we still fight it. We're like, no, it has to look blah blah blah, you know, and You know, the idea that Aristotle had of painting already was so far ahead. You know, ahead of its time, definitely. Or when what's his name also, Raphael said, one of his quotes was, "When you paint, you don't think." You know, when one paint, one does not think. It's not that you're so in that you're not thinking because you're so, you know, you're in the details, so you can't really be thinking. Don't bother me. No, he's talking about some esoteric thing, very esoteric, very deep stuff. So here we go, guys. Totally sounds like young. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's show you guys this. Bam. Look at that. Palm trees. You ever seen palm trees with magenta? Look at that. What is magenta doing on palm trees? I don't know. It just has to. It has to be there. It feels right. Guys, don't forget, once again, today at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the awesome painting, the Still Life with flowers, roses. I'm going to be announcing that. So please tune in. I'm gonna pull the name from a jar and I'm gonna be like, so and so won, awesome. I ship you that painting. So there it is. Carolina, you have to look a little bit harder to see what it is. You have to look without thinking too much. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. How's it going? Hi from Mexico. Awesome. Awesome. So there it is, guys. This is the mess I made today. I'm going to be showing you guys also some of the here's magenta. Look at the magenta. I'll be showing you guys some of the mess that I do also with some of my drawings, some of my charcoal drawings and little studies, I guess you would call them. Sketches and studies. I'm going to be doing some of those, that way you guys can see a little bit of the process, how I like to, before I do a painting like this, I do a few sketches, a few drawings, so that way my hand, my coordination already has already done it, you know, and it's a really neat practice I like to do. So there we go, guys. I hope you guys had an awesome day. And don't forget, today at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, Phoenix, Arizona time. Tune in. Sounds so old school. Tune in the Instagram. That way you guys can see who won the painting. There's not that many of us, so someone's gonna be a winner. Absolutely. There's not that many people, so you know, it's not like I'm super famous and there's like thousands of people. No, it's just a couple of, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 people. Who knows that are doing it. Muchas gracias. Take care, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.